T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Public service announcement. I need all my Titan fans to come on down. Grab you some popcorn, grab you a drink. Titans Colosseum in the building. Yeah, not, boy, I'm in the game. Still ballin' out, never change. I be reppin' my hometown for the whole city, really knew my name. Boss talk, I don't do favors. Yeah, we signing deals with the top players. We just started this lifestyle. We be having all kind of haters. I'm a madman, they better come get me. Wanna box me in, but I'm too shifty. If they come at me sideways, I'ma stiff on me like Derrick Henry. Now listen, we're not the same. EA Sports, boy, I'm in the game. I be reppin' my city, dog. Got a Titan logo hanging on the chain. Big money, big moves. New stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't wanna play. They be trying to talk down on us. I just laugh at them and I walk away. I don't tolerate disrespect. Might shoot a fade, penny hard away. Big money, big moves. New stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't wanna play. We be putting in the hard work, so we coming in with all kind of skill. I be living in the end zone. My finger roll like Tannehill. What's poppin'?
Yes, sir. What's poppin'? Welcome to the Titans Colosseum podcast, man. Yo, fellas, how you feeling tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good. Another two-tone blessed day for you, boy. You know, same old.
Man, doing good, man. Excited to talk some more, two-tone business. I'm feeling better, so I'm definitely excited to talk some two-tone business. So, man, it's exciting times, man. It's almost that time of year where we start getting free agents, man, and I'm ready.
Man, look, man. We got a very special guest in the building. Usually, I will give the introduction to him. He's a great man, most definitely. But I'm going to let RJ tell you about who we got in the building.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? One of my good friends at work, one of my favorite co-workers, man. One of my Titan co-workers, man. Shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to the Everything Two-Tone podcast, man. Hunter Qualls in the building, man. You know how we doing, man.
What's up, fellas? What's up? I appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on. I'm pretty new to this thing, man. I haven't really got my podcast really going yet. Been working on it. Had some kids last year, so we'll definitely change some things up. But I'm excited to be on, guys. I'm glad you had me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're finna get this thing rocking and rolling, man. Man, we got our people in the building with us, man. Shout out to Sports Nation Nashville, man. Yes. My guys, Matt and Massey, man. Y'all make sure y'all go turn them up. They got some things coming up for y'all here soon. They back rocking and rolling. You can't hold good people down, especially if they represent this two-tone blue nation shit, man. Man, shout out to Day One D9 in the building. Shout out to our Day One sis Julie. Shout out to our Day One Corey and Nicholas Johnson. He in the building with us as well, man. And thank you, everybody that's tuning in with us tonight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And you can also catch us on Apple, Amazon, iHeart, and Spotify, man. We all over the damn place, man. You already know what time it is. This is the Titans Colosseum podcast. And Leonard, you know damn well I am not about to say Lions beard. Here I go again.
Every time, baby.
Oh, Lord.
I'll pass that thing, John Wallet.
But go ahead and talk to him, man.
Yes, this episode is brought to you by LionsDenBeardCollection.com to get all your luxurious top products that you need to keep your beard in a tip-top shape, as well as, ladies, they have started their Lioness collection for your lip gloss and other products coming for you soon. So go to LionsDenBeardCollection.com, use promo code Colosseum, get 25% off your order. Also, this episode is brought to you by SunnySmilesCoffee.com, some of the best premium freshly roasted coffee you get. They will not grind the coffees. They will not roast the coffee until you make your order. So you're guaranteed freshness. There's tons of flavors out there for you to try and origins for you to try. So go check them out. It's free shipping on all U.S. orders, and that's SunnySmilesCoffee.com. As well, check us out on TitansColiseum.com. You can get merch there. We have new merch. Morocco got some of the merch on today for us. So you can go to Titans Coliseum, do some merch. Check out the blogs that we got coming up. Staying updated on all the breaking news and giveaways that we have coming on in the future as well. And Morocco, I'll let you do Titans Army.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Y'all bullshitting if y'all ain't went and joined the Titans Army group on Facebook. Man, you already know my people, they gonna hold it down in there, man. You can go in there, talk your two-tone blue shit. Anybody get foolish with you, they getting them the fuck up out of there. So y'all make sure to go join the Titans Army community on Facebook. And man, just looking at these comments, man. Hey, shout out to you, Hunter, man. You brought your peoples with you, man.
Yeah. I just see my brother hop in here. I thought it was like,
Oh, okay.
podcast tonight. I'm like, hop on in, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Glad
Yes,
you
sir.
come
Shout
in.
out to Derek, man. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. Hey, man, I know, Hunter, you just getting started out, man, but you got to turn up, man. You in here with them guys
sir.
tonight, man.
Oh, I know it, baby. I know it.
And hey, Massey, we most definitely gonna link up. Go to a bar. I'm gonna be the wing man and all that. I'm gonna eat all the wings and god dang it, we gonna turn up. So hey, y'all ready to get this thing rocking and rolling?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Man, let's get to the two-tone blue business, man. Hey, D-Hop, man. I don't know why they start foolishness with D-Hop, knowing damn well he gonna be the first one to jump out in front of it. And if you don't already know, man, they hollering out cap casualties about D-Hop, which is some absolute foolishness in my opinion, man. Trying to say that we can, save money and do all this old stupid shit or whatever, and D-Hop, being the guy that he is, jumped straight out in front of it and said that it's cap. And if you don't know what cap means, because we got some people that don't know what cap means a lie. You're lying. That's that's slang. That's ATL slang that done caught on, and the whole world is saying this shit now. So what D-Hop said yesterday, he said it's cap, said it's all lies, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and put Hunter on the spot, man. Hunter, we got to jump spot. Just getting started, man. You gotta let these people know who you is and what you about.
Yeah,
but what do this tell you about D-Hop?
Man, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like me and RJ were talking today about it, and it's like even considering the season that we had, obviously we didn't have the wins that we wanted, and obviously consider it a little bit of a failure, as far as what we want and expect. But we think he really enjoyed, his time here still. We seemed like he put his effort in every game. He never seemed like he lost his focus. And when he talked about, that game after, Miami, man, when he said, he a dog, and it's like, he is, man. Like Levis is a dog. Like when he talk about Levis like that, like I just think, when Levis stepped in, it rejuvenated, how he felt about playing there for sure. And I think he loves playing with Levis, man. I think that is a big part in it. But I think he also knows about the hires that we made with Callahan and, a lot of the, offensive staff that we've hired and everything. Like we're turning things around, and he knows that he's still got a lot of time left in this league. So I think he knows he can stick around and be a part of that turning around phase for us. So I think he definitely wants to stay. I don't think, I think he's happy exactly where he's at with us.
See, Morocco. I told you he got. Hey, he killed it, didn't he?
Hey,
Boy came it up. He came it up with it.
Hey, man,
Hey,
that's what I wanted to hear, man. That's what I wanted to hear. Hunter got to let the people know what he about, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
whenever he get things rocking and rolling, hey, they'll already know what you about. But
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask Firestone. Firestone, what you think about D-Hop saying that the trade rumors, well, not the trade rumors, the
Here, I'll pull up the
casualty rumors are cap.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and pull up the key tweet so everybody see what he was. And if you're on audio version, come over to YouTube and check it out so you can see because we have graphics on screen as well. But no, they was talking about cap casualty letting him go, and that was something I was kind of worrying once we fired Vrabel, right? It's like, okay, what does this mean to D Hop? Because what was the pitch to D Hop? You don't know if he was pitching and he came because of Vrabel or nothing like that. Because he was in the room, so I was like, that's something I got to really question is if D Hop's going to want to leave now because Tim Kelly's gone, Vrabel's gone, that's what they sold them. But him doing that and saying that has made me feel so much better that there are veterans that believe in what is happening here. And that's been a big question. We're still kind of young. Miss Amy's still kind of young as an owner. So there's still a lot of things that have changed and the culture has changed or trying to change. And we're trying to get free agencies here, which we haven't really been able to been a big free agency market, but it shows that not only was we able to bring in D-Hop and show him what Nashville can do and what the Tennessee Titans can do, even during a transition in his 1-2 year contract that he has, he's still willing to say here, nah, I'm here for the long haul. I believe in these young players. I believe in what this franchise is doing. So this made me excited because I had worries that maybe D-Hop would maybe ask for a trade out of here because this wasn't the team that he got sold when he came here in free agency, but he's clearly sold in on the vision and sold on being a Titan, and I'm happy to hear that.
Thanks. And that's and I'm gonna get to the comment right here from Sports Nation, man. I'm glad you brought that up too, because wasn't it the day before all the foolishness got started or whatnot? He had got on the T. Higgins picture with the little sword emoji or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, it's just stupid, man. I mean, I personally don't, blame anybody for throwing rumors out there. I mean, shit. Get on. I mean, hustle. I ain't knocking nobody's hustle, but man, just be prepared for dudes like D Hop to get on your ass when you come with some foolishness. But RJ, talk to him, man.
Yeah. I say this, man. I do believe that Will Levis is the reason why D Hop wants to stay, man. It's something that they built together, man. A bond. He wants to see Levis be great, man. And I think that's one thing that I kind of noticed when I was seeing on the sidelines. And I mean, Hunter talked about it today when Levis grilled him in that Indianapolis Colts game. Man, you could just see, man, it's like he respected him, man. You know what I'm saying? It was like, dude, been in the game for over 10 plus years, man. And Levis a rookie, you know what I'm saying? And the way when he grilled him, man, he was like, okay, yeah, I made a mistake, man. But he said it was like he looked at him like, yeah, I respect this dude, man. He gonna be great, man. And I really do believe, and no offense, I hate talking bad about Ryan Tannehill now, but I feel like Ryan Tannehill was a quarterback. I think probably he would have left. You know what I'm saying? He would have been like, he would be like, yeah, I want to go. But with Lil Levis, man, he brought the energy, he brought the juice back to this franchise that we have been missing for a good little minute. So, I think he wants to build with Levis.
Well, I'm glad that we pretty much on the same page with that, because my next question to y'all, since it's pretty much known and agreed upon that D-Hop wants to be here, what is a good free agent wide receiver to pair with D-Hop?
Let me start with that one. Morocco, man. I'm gonna take this. Look, man, I didn't really got to watch too much of the film, man. I seen a lot of Hollywood Brown. I've seen a lot of Calvin Ridley. I've seen T. Higgins. And, T. Higgins also, he's my guy, but I do think he might get tagged. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to trade for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to trade for him. I just want to be able to sign him in free agency. But if he's a free agent, I'll take him. But another guy, and Blaine Bishop said something about it on 104.5 today. It's Darnell Mooney, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, Darnell Mooney, he would be a good slot receiver. He could play outside, man. He got speed, you know what I'm saying? He got routes. You get what you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like the Bears, man, they just wasn't really using them right. You know what I'm saying? I went to go back and look at his film. And I'm like, man, this dude's good. Like, I'm like, and I can see why Blaine Bishop, you know, said something, because he's very young. He's not going to be asking for a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because he's basically Hollywood Brown's probably gonna get a bigger bag than him, but he do the same thing Hollywood Brown do, but better to me. I think he's better than Hollywood Brown. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood Brown, man, he can't catch. You know what I'm saying? He got the speed, but he can't catch, man. He be dropping stuff. Now I think about Darnell Mooney, man. I definitely like him. And I see somebody said Brandon Ayuk. Now Brandon Ayuk, you got to trade for him too. I don't want to trade for no.
RJ froze up over there. Yeah, he's Sub-Zero up over there, man. But just to build on what he said, I haven't got a chance to look at Darnell Mooney too much, but I wouldn't be opposed to having the guy, man. I mean, he got, you know, fairly similar stats than as Hollywood Brown, and also too, they kind of the same player. Like RJ said, he's a better route runner than Hollywood Brown. And for me personally, I would not touch Hollywood Brown. Like, I got a real issue with them drops. And I was arguing with some guys on Twitter earlier today. And, you know, they were pretty much trying to say that if you don't want Hollywood Brown on the Titans, you don't know football and all this old foolishness or whatever. Shout out to them though, man. I mean, they're good people and everything, but I would stay away from Hollywood Brown. They try to bring up the fact that he hasn't had, you know, a good quarterback with him or whatnot. Like, bro, he came into the league with a MVP as his quarterback. Don't sit up and discredit Lamar Jackson just to hype up Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown himself even had 1,000-yard season, which, you know, tells me that he's most definitely talented, whatnot, but he isn't consistent. And you see that if you watch Hollywood Brown on a regular basis.
Yeah. I mean, bro, for me, like, obviously, you know, I've been wanting like the T. Higgins. We've been talking about that, but trying to pull, you know, names from a hat that we really ain't really talked about much. And for me, if we got D Hop, then we go get a guy like T. Higgins. We got to get wide receiver depth in a wide receiver room, period. Right? We got to get some guys at depth. So some guys to look at for me too would be like KJ Osborne, Quez Watkins. Now he's not going to be like a good like 2 or 3, but Quez can be a 4 guy that can take the top off of fucking defense. And Will Levis can actually get the ball there. And that dude, Quez Watson, is so damn fast. But KJ Osborne would be a good depth option as well for us because he's reliable in there. But you can't be asking KJ to be a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, Corey brought up Tyler Boyd, in which at first I was on board with Tyler Boyd, but now I'm starting to sour on him. That's exactly it for me, man. I mean, he's what, 30 years old. He's the same age as D Hop, and I think he'll be 31 by the time the season starts. And for me, man, I mean, we need to get younger and faster. Like, we respect the hell out of D Hop or whatever, because he's still that dude. He still has to be respected, and you know that just shows, you know, what type of player that he is. I mean, hell, he's a future Hall of Famer. But I do not want to fill this group of wide receivers up with, you know, too many guys that are either touching 30 or right at 30.
Bro, because I believe like we got to take advantage of D Hop being in the wide receiver room. We got to get younger guys up there to be under D Hop for mentorship. We got to. We might as well while we got D Hop here. We're going to have to bring in young wide receivers at any point in time anyway. Why not bring them in right now when you got a mentor like D Hop that can teach them, that has learned also from Larry Fitzgerald himself through his Carolina days or the Arizona days at the Cardinals? Why not let that guy get some younger guys underneath him and let him mentor? He clearly can mentor people. He clearly wants to bring in some guys. So bro, just get some younger guys underneath them.
Right. Hunter, what you thinking about it, man? What wide receiver from free agency would you want to see come to the Titans and run with D-Hop?
Man, I really, looking at obviously besides the obvious choices like we talked about, I really agree with both of y'all really on getting some good depth pieces, but some pieces that I think would be fit really well in need. But I was looking at a splash, I really personally, I am big on Calvin Ridley, man. I just, he's fast. He's a good route runner, and I think with the familiarity with Holtz coming over from Jacksonville. I think he would, fit in the system very well. They would find really good ways to use him. We just really need some speed, in my opinion. We have, one thing I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit, but like Traylon Burks, man, I really think Callahan's going to revive his career. I think we're going to use him in a much better way. I feel confident in that. I'm obviously getting a little annoyed with what he's produced so far, but I don't think I'm gonna fully put it on him. He's got to stay healthy for sure. But we need speed. We got some big bodies. We got, D-Hop, who he finds a way to get open. He catches the ball. But we need some speed, man. We need somebody that can really threaten you with their just strict athleticism and speed. And I think Calvin Ridley would be a big splash that we could use for sure.
I could get on board with Calvin Ridley. I mean, he's what, 29? I think he's 29. I know he ain't 30, but he's like 28, 29 years old.
29? Yeah.
He light us up every time we play.
Yeah, he set out too. So them knees, them knees ain't bad at all. I mean, he got some 26, 27-year-old knees. Know his age is 29, but like I said, he set out. So, he got some time. He got a little bit more time on him, man, before he really just started to, decline. But, one guy I hope that hits free agency is the guy from the Saints, man. I done brought him up on this show before.
Talking about
Shaheed. Yeah, Shaheed, man.
Yeah, he a weapon, man.
Bruh. Yeah, if he becomes available, I think the Titans need to be all over that. You talking about Hollywood Brown, man. You gonna get a motherfucking dude with Shaheed. I'm telling you. All that shit that y'all praise Hollywood Brown for, he does that way better than Hollywood Brown. You ain't got to worry about him dropping no footballs like that. He runs good routes. He gets yak. And he's a special teamer. A legitimate special teamer at that. So you get, and you're not gonna have to pay a whole lot of money for that guy. So you getting, a good wide receiver on top of a good special teamer on, a good deal, it ain't gonna be team friendly because it's free agency, but you're getting a good guy for a good price.
Yeah, bro, I don't see them letting him go though, because Michael Thomas don't perform. Nobody else performs. He is the number 2 guy that performs on that offense outside of Alvin Kamara. That dude just
they got
Chris Olave. Yeah, Chris Olave.
Yeah, but Chris Olave is just to take the top off guy when Kamara got the attention. And when they can't get shit. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from him. Now, he's still a good wide receiver, but that's 1 and 2. Kamara and Shaheed is their number 1 and number 2 when it comes to offense. Like, they run everything to, and I think it's a 5th-year option for him on the contract, or it's a 4th year. Something, it's an option I think for him this year maybe. So I don't see him coming. But also, bro, when we're talking about things to look at, watch that dude out there in Minnesota. He's talking about he's not too happy, and if Minnesota don't get their QB situation right, he ain't gonna sign a contract with him. So Jay Jetta might be a dude to be watching this next couple of years.
Man, you ain't lying, man. I'll sacrifice some shit, boy. I tell you, boy, the things I would sacrifice, boy, y'all would hate me.
I just wave leap, my man. I don't know. That's you talk about getting a receiver 1 for a long time right there. You thought I'm gonna pay that man. Man.
You wouldn't have to worry about wide receiver for another 8, 9, maybe 10 years, man.
Exactly.
So, if Titans go get Jay Jetta, they ain't gonna hear shit about AJ Brown no more. I promise you.
Yeah, he's the best receiver to ever play for us. The day 1.
Yeah. AJ who?
Right.
Exactly. So me and Trayshawn got a bet. We betting that NWI is gonna make the team or not.
No,
And,
man, here
we got 20 bones on it, bro. So
no, man.
we bet. Do you think he gonna make the team?
No.
Make whose team? The Titans?
The Titans.
Here,
They
maybe.
not
Not
re-signing with the
now.
Titans?
Not now.
That's what I said.
Hell
Do you think-
no. Shit, Vrabel is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, the ghost of Vrabel would re-sign him in a heartbeat, but
So
I
it look
mean,
like I'm
we
gonna
ain't
lose
gotta
20
worry about
bones,
that
man.
no more.
They got some $20 down the drain.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately,
I'll
man,
see
but
you
you know
there.
your boy got you up over here, man. If you get to hurting too bad over that lost 20, man, you know I
And
got
we'll bring him on the podcast, bro.
Yeah, man, we gotta have Trey talk.
Hey,
We gotta have
Trey,
Trey
I
talk
told
and talk about
hey, man, it ain't happened yet. It ain't happened yet.
Man, it's
You
evident,
were Ryan
bro.
Tannehill last year.
You might bring it back on practice squad, baby. You might win that,
Technicality. He's not on active roster, but he's on the practice squad. I wish
Yeah, man, this the end of an era, man, and I ain't talking about Derrick Henry.
Oh shit.
But man, we're gonna go ahead and
He said Colton Dow could do a job. I mean, he's not wrong. He's right. Bro, Colton Dow was running down on special
try-
teams, blocking people up.
man, I was trying to keep it going until I saw that coming, man. I got choked up off of that one. I'll just be glad if they cut Brewer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's coming too, man. I mean, Brewer, Dillard, and probably some other guys, man. I will look at Bronsko too. I mean, it's gonna be some casualties that the fan base should mostly agree with. I don't see them cutting anybody that would be a surprise. I mean, shit. Once you cut all the foolishness or whatnot, man. I mean, it ain't gonna be too many more people you need to cut. But we're gonna go ahead and keep this thing rocking and rolling, man. So what free agent wide receivers, and we're gonna start this one off with Firestone. So what free agent wide receivers should the Titans stay away from?
Oh, good. Okay, hold on. Let me find this dude again. Hold on. Because I was going through the list and I saw that name. I was like, oh, we definitely stay away from him. Hold on. Where is he at?
Hollywood Brown need to be number one. Hollywood Brown need to be number one on that list, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna grill Tyler Rowland when he come on here, dog.
No, yeah, man. You got to get Tyler
him,
PZ by, man. I'm pretty sure
he's not good, bro.
I'm pretty sure, goddamn, because he old defense attorney too. But I'm sure he gonna come in here with all his facts and analytics about Hollywood Brown playing 70% of his snaps on the outside and all that. Like, bro, Hollywood Brown. I mean, he ain't nothing but speed. When I cut on Hollywood Brown's tape, unless he's just in a real good ass position to make a play, I mean, he's not gonna really do anything that just jumps out in front of him. Like one tape I was looking at on Hollywood Brown, man, I was just sitting up thinking, like, man, this dude ain't got nobody's catch radius or whatever. And he's 5'9". I mean, you can't sit up and blame him for being 5'9" and shit and not having the catch radius, because I mean, shit, look at Josh Downs with Indianapolis right now. I mean, they said that he didn't have no kind of catch radius or whatever, but you cut on that man tape and shit, that motherfucker's catching some shit. Hell, even back in the day, Steve Smith, man, he 5'9" too, but shit, this motherfucker, he was playing like he was 6'4". So I mean, Hollywood Brown, I mean, for the price that Hollywood Brown is going to be asking for, I would not touch that motherfucker.
No.
The only time Hollywood Brown is good is on Madden. That's how he good, man.
That's what people don't want to admit. They just want him on Madden.
That's all it is. They want to get him on a go route.
Yeah.
Bye. That's what they want.
Yeah, they ain't trying to cook up nothing, man. They trying to run motherfucking 9 routes and all that old shit, old post routes. and all
Them
that old
crossing routes.
bullshit,
That's all they
man.
gonna do with Hollywood.
All right, so I found the name. So, and I'm pretty sure once I say this name, everybody will agree. I don't think this is any controversial take. But Chase Claypool, can we please stay the
Oh,
fuck
hell
away
no.
from Chase Claypool?
Oh
Okay?
yeah. That's
no.
bound
When
to
he was
come.
in Miami, they lost more when he was there. Once he got there, than they was when he was in Chicago. Chicago wasn't winning when he was there. They somebody didn't like the practice. He didn't have no fighting him, no dog, no enthusiasm. Please just stay the fuck away from Chase Claypool. That's who we need to stay away from in free agency, in my opinion.
No,
I got another
yeah.
one for y'all, man. Gabe Davis. What
Oh
the dude's
yeah,
name?
him too.
Bro, oh, I
Hey,
was just
the
about,
fuck away from
to
Yeah,
him.
let
that's
that
another
fuck
one,
up,
man. Gabe Davis, man.
Man,
Oh
do
man, that's
not
a
get
superstar.
caught
What
up
you
in that
talking about,
Buffalo
RJ?
hype of his.
I don't really like him, man.
either.
He a one trick pony to me, man.
I was
Yeah,
He's
he
a vertical receiver.
yeah, like I
I
don't
think
really like Curtis Samuel. Y'all like Curtis Samuel?
he,
Yeah, how y'all feel about him?
the
He
three.
ain't gonna want that Hollywood Brown bag,
Yeah,
but
if
at the
he if
same time, he's not anything special to me. But I wouldn't be mad if the Titans decided to pull the trigger on it. I wouldn't be mad with Hollywood Brown if he gets the right price. But I mean, if you sit up here asking me today about Hollywood Brown, I wouldn't touch him. I would honestly go with Curtis Samuel over Hollywood Brown.
how you feel about Michael Pittman?
Michael Pittman, Michael Pittman.
I ain't gonna
Michael
lie.
Pittman to me is like the definition of mid.
Oh,
Like
Hey,
his buddy.
co-fans be hyping him up like he's some superstar.
Yeah.
Like he's
Like,
not that good, bro.
I was
Like
about to say, man, like literally, Gabe Davis, Michael Pittman, them two are my avoid. Like they're the same player. I feel like they're vertical guys who are gonna win some jump ball matchups, but they ain't gonna get separation. They're not gonna get much yak yards, nothing like. I mean, they just go down the field, run a go route. Sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're not gonna win. It's just I just don't see much, anything that would fit what we need. To be honest, I mean, nothing that we need.
bro. That man, it take 150 catches for him to get to 1,000 yards, bro. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
man. The
good, bro.
Colts fan just study hyping the dude like Michael Pittman is better than any wide receivers that the Titans got. Like, bro, and I don't understand our fan base and any other fan base saying that bullshit. Like, who are the Titan wide receivers outside of D-Hop? Like, y'all act like that's a flex to be better than any Titans wide receiver. Like, I don't even acknowledge that bullshit, bro.
yeah, no, bro, and that's what I say. Like, go check out KJ Osborne, because I don't know if y'all's too familiar with him, because he don't get too much talk about because of what Jay Jetta does over there and what Adam Thielen was doing over there. But man, KJ is young. I think he's like 24, 25. I think he's young.
He a big body receiver, right?
Yeah, but he's very reliable, and when he's downfield, bro, he's possessive. He'll go after and get that ball, and man, he has eye contact with the ball. He reels those things in, so he wouldn't be a number 2. But bro, if we're talking about like a Hollywood Brown and all these people, I would rather have KJ or Quez Watkins, because Quez Watkins also is out there at Eagles, so you have a bunch of other wide receivers that's really good above him. But bro, what Quez Watkins has unreal speed. He is out there fast. So if him out there running past defenses and Will Levis being able to chunk that ball, it would be a wide receiver threat that a lot of people haven't been paying attention to, because he's been overlooked so much with all them other good wide receivers in Philly.
Nah, look at Corey Jackson, man, out here chilling for the Volunteers, man. Yeah, I know you were like Jawan Jennings, man.
Yeah, Jawan Jennings, man. He from Murfreesboro, ain't he?
Yeah, even Murfreesboro.
Yeah,
he went to Blackman.
Jennings.
It went to Blackman.
Yeah, Jawan Jennings, he
Mhm.
cool, man. If they trying to, I guess reshape the wide receiver room or whatnot, it wouldn't be much of a rebuild, because there's some guys there that's going to absolutely be here regardless if you like it or not. But if you're trying to reshape the wide receiver room, Jennings is a guy that you could bring in. Now, some motherfuckers, and I'm not going to point at any particular fan base from college football, but some people just think he's the best gift to football from Jesus Christ himself. I mean, the guy would help out most definitely, but I wouldn't put a lot of stock into this guy coming in and being wide receiver 2 and taking over for wide receiver one when D Hop's time is up here. I mean, the shit that I've seen people say about Jennings, man. I mean, it would honestly, if I didn't have any understanding about the type of player he is, I would, you know what I'm saying? I would be drinking the Kool-Aid like a motherfucker.
Bro, you know Twitter gonna go off on your ass again now. You know you talking about
Man, look, man, like I said, I'm not pointing any college fan base, but look, man, Juwan Jennings, he is a legitimate wide receiver. I feel like if he gets a chance to shine more, I think he would shine more. But my expectations for him are, average expectations. I'm not looking for him to come in here and be a top 10, top 20 wide receiver. If he comes here, I'm looking for him to just be a consistent dude, a dude that just catches the football and makes plays consistently.
I'll say this about, obviously big volunteer fan, you know what I'm saying? Juwan Jennings, man, that's one thing about Juwan Jennings. He want the ball more than anybody on the field. Like when it comes to want, effort, determination, dog, that's him. He's not the fastest, he's not the biggest, he may not have the best hops, you get what I'm saying? But when you throw that man the ball, he's gonna grip it, he's gonna get it, I promise you. And especially fourth down, any big game, he's gonna show up. He's gonna show up any big game. You know what I'm saying? He shows up for big games. He comes to work. He puts the work in. You seen the Super Bowl, man. He like the best player on the 49ers in the Super Bowl, man.
I'm telling you, if they won, I was like, he's gonna be the MVP.
Yeah, if they won, he was the MVP. He was the MVP.
He had a hell of a game, man. Most definitely, they drew their game plan up for him to a T.
But I know me and Hunter, we weren't surprised by that effort. I mean, by that, because that's what he's been doing his whole career. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that he finally, he got to do it on the biggest stage. But I wish he would have came home with a Super Bowl ring. But at the end of the day, man, I'm happy he's gonna get a bag though.
Tap into my small, slight inner Vrabel that I have in me, and he is a very willing blocker. You watch him; he's a physical guy. He gets on them safeties. I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just saying. Not, am I saying that's what I'm looking for? No, but I'm just saying that's an effort. That's that
we
dog.
Don't need that bad juju.
That's the reason why we don't want NWI back. See, you didn't tell me there. You
the Georgia Bulldogs know him very well. They know him very well. Florida fans know him very well. Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, man, but I wouldn't be mad with Jennings, man. Hell, like the fan base says, man, he's better than anybody that the Titans got right now. But we're gonna go ahead and keep this thing rocking and rolling, man, because we do have an offensive line issue. I mean, we got an issue at pretty much every spot but left guard, and some people don't even like the left guard. But a guy that's been talked about and mocked in quite a few of fan-based mock drafts is Joe Alt. And y'all know how I feel about Joe Alt. I watch Joe Alt, and he give me butterflies, pause. But Greg Cosell, he doesn't feel the same about Joe Alt. And he went on 3HL 104.5, and he had this to say when he watched Joe Alt's tape.
I've gone back and forth on this, and I've talked to a lot of people. I did not love Joe Alt's tape. I think that his game is built on athleticism, length, technique, more than physicality, strength, and power. He's an athletic finesse tackle. He doesn't have a lot of strike power in his hands and throughout his body. He's more passive than aggressive. He doesn't fire his hands. In the run game, he relies more on excellent body position, which he's very good at. He's really good with his body position. He's got a really good understanding of angles and leverage. But the part about not firing his hands, that bothers me. Now, again, maybe it doesn't others. I did have a conversation with someone who agreed with me on that. But then there's other people who I respect greatly who think he's a machine and that he's, going to be a 10-year great player. So, I think that, I think it's mixed, but I did not love his tape.
Yeah, man, we didn't even use our little graphic, man. We got to go ahead and turn up one time. All right, man. So anyway, Greg Cosell, he's not in love with Joe Alt tape, and he actually, has some good points. I mean, some people don't, they don't pay, the nasty thing any mind or whatever. I mean, they more about technique and all that stuff. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and toss this over to not Firestone. You had the last one, RJ. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this one over to you. Based on what Cosell had to say, are you out on Joe Alt, or do you still want him with the 7th overall pick?
And with the 7th overall pick, man, the Tennessee Titans will be selecting Joseph Alt. He's still my number one guy, man. I respect Greg Cosell, and I do always like his takes, man, and his evaluation. But I think he got this one wrong, man. Joe Alt, man, you watch that tape, man. Dude is bullying folks. He's good in the pass protection. He's good in the run game, And then on top of that, we got Bill Callahan, dog. You know what I'm saying? Bill Callahan, even if he has deficiencies in his game, I don't think there's, when it comes to Bill Callahan, he can most definitely fix the deficiencies in his game, or he can hide them. You get what I'm saying? So either him or Olu with the 7th overall pick.
Yeah, man. Hunter, go ahead and talk to him.
Man, I don't even seem like I reiterate what he just said, but I do, man. Joe Alt at 7. I mean, dude I think he's physical. Like again, Cosell, like man, like highly respected. Like absolutely, I'm not saying his assessment is necessarily wrong by his, how he fires his hands, things like that. But man, I think he's a day one starter. And again, to add to the point, like he said, I mean, our new offensive line coach, man, that's a difference maker right there. I mean, he's gonna take somebody like Joe Alt and he's gonna make him an all pro. I mean, there's just no doubt in my mind. I feel strongly about that. He's gonna be a day one starter. And pair him up with Skoronsky on the left side, man. I think it'd be something to see. I can't go any other direction. Joe Alt at number 7. That's what it needs to be.
Facts. Talk to him, Firestone.
Well, y'all know who I actually want to draft. So, but no, I mean, I gotta go back and watch some of the tape because he brings up some good points, and I'm gonna go back and double check because that's what I do. When I hear another scout, another person talk about somebody's player, I was like, okay, maybe I'll overlook something. Let me go back and double check and let me see what they do. So I'm gonna go back and double check, watch some Joe Alt tape, and see if I see the same things he's talking about on tape as well. But y'all know me, bro. I'm tired of taking offensive line guys in the first round. Now I know we need it. I know we need to fix the offensive line, but there are other good offensive linemen in this draft. It's not like Joe Alt is the only one. So I say wait and let the 1, 2, 3 pick happen. If all of them 3 are QBs, you go to the Cardinals like, hey, look, we'll trade you Traylon Burks some draft picks, and you just let us get 4, and we're gonna go get Marvin Harrison Jr. Okay, so you go get a tackle in the 2nd round. Okay, but I think if we sit at 7, I don't think Joe Alt's gonna be there at 7. Somebody in the chat said 5 to Chargers. I can see that as well. I don't like that 7 spot because I can see a 7 spot if the draft does change up where Marvin Harrison's not on the board, Neighbors not on the board, Alt's not on the board, and Fashanio, or however you say his name, he's not on board. We're going to be sitting at 7 like none of our guys are here. Like what
with
the fuck?
Fucking Brock Bowers.
There's nothing wrong with Brock.
There ain't nothing wrong with him, but that's a whole nother conversation, man. Let's go ahead and stay.
For me, if those first 3 are QBs, all right, I'm dead serious. I'm going forward. I'm going over the Cardinals. Like, look, we'll trade you Traylon and some other draft picks. What we got to do to get to 4 because we want to go get Marvin Harrison because that's something we actually need here. And to have a Hall of Famer son underneath a potential future Hall of Famer that has, okay, your dad taught you how the game was. D-Hop can teach you how the game is, and we can actually have a new star, like revolution talent in the wide receiver room that we're going to need. We can go find another offensive lineman. Joe Alt ain't like he's a diamond in the rough. There's a couple other guys in here we're even debating about if they're better than Joe Alt. So we do need all line, but man, I would love to go get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, Morocco, I wish you quit disrespecting Brock, bro, because if he go to the damn Colts, bro, I'm gonna be so mad because I'm gonna tell you as soon as they draft him, I'm be like, Morocco, this is all your fault.
Now remember,
it's all your fault.
Now remember, last year we did all that Will Levis disrespect, and then we went and drafted Will Levis. So, bro,
I'm not talking about
I'll let y'all know once again, like I've done in the past. I will let y'all know the morning of the draft who the Titans are drafted. But my issue,
he was on point though.
He
was on point that whole draft. I like he said, "Yeah, we get Peter Skoronski." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I mean, man, here goes my thing, and real quick, and I'm gonna get back on subject. I don't have anything against Brock Bowers. He is an awesome talent. He's going to be damn good, if not great, in the NFL. But the Tennessee Titans have so many problems at premium positions on offense. The two most important positions outside of quarterback. They have problems. They have worst in the NFL problems. And something would not sit right with me drafting a tight end knowing that we have these problems. Now back to Joe Alt and what Greg Cosell had to say. I respect the shit out of Greg Cosell, man. I mean, I listened to every single thing that he got to say. And, you know, like I said, I respect the hell out of him. But I ain't thinking about shit Cosell talk about when it comes to he doesn't love the tape of Joe Alt. Listen, just because Cosell says that he doesn't love Joe Alt's tape, don't mean that if he's there at 7, the Titans should pass on him. Like Ronnie said in the comments earlier, you can, you know, coach that up in him. He has technique. He knows what the fuck he's doing out there. And just like the fan base says, he's better than any guy that the Titans got right now. So why the hell is you going to pass on Joe Alt because he doesn't have a nasty streak in him? I mean, he ain't no pussy. I mean, you cut on that tape, goddamn, you ain't gonna call him no pussy. Hey, he just ain't no big ass motherfucking mauler. That's all it is. And if I'm the Titans, I'm not passing on that dude. Now, Firestone, I understand what you saying as well, and I feel you. I'm tired of this O-line shit in the first round, but I say draft Joe Alt if he's there, and this problem won't come about for another 10, 12, hell, who knows? God damn it, could be 15 years.
But this is my thing, right? Okay, I get Joe Alt could be a generational talent, but do you really need an offensive line that's a generational talent to win in this league and to win Super Bowls? Or do you just need an offensive line that does their job? Or do you need a generational talent at wide receiver to help you win a Super Bowl? Or is it more likely you need a generational talent at O-line? That's the thing for me that I keep debating in this draft, because there are good dudes in the second and third round at tackles. Are they going to be generational talents? No. Can they do their job, and can Bill Callahan coach them up to be what we need them to be at as a left tackle? Absolutely. I do believe in that. So that's my dilemma is, okay, generational talent at O-line or generational talent at wide receiver. And I pick generational talent at wide receiver.
Man, yeah, I agree with you, man. But man, you know the Cardinals, they ain't gonna pass on Marvin Harrison Jr., man. I mean, shoot, they got this money investing in Kyler Murray, and they gonna need some weapons for Kyler Murray. And they also, but who's to say they don't take fucking Joe Alt too, because they need to protect Kyler Murray as well.
bro, if I'm Titans, I'm starting every time I see the Cardinals at any type of event, scouting, pro day, whatever it is. Like, hey, that Malik Neighbors is looking good over there, ain't it?
That Romo doozy, man. Hey, that boy hard.
We're gonna get Malik at 7, bro. Y'all got this. Y'all get that Traylon.
Hey, if they going Joe out though, man, we could ask to trade though, man. But remember what I said though. If Marvin Harrison make it to 5, bro, you gotta go out there. You gotta call, bro. You gotta call, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You
gotta
think
call
the Chargers
man.
gonna pass on them?
They are. I mean,
you know how they love wide receivers.
Yeah, but they got Keenan Allen. They got Mike Williams.
They gotta protect Justin Herbert too, though, man. They can't protect them like either. So
true. Facts.
They might go Olu.
I don't know. I've seen a rumor. I don't know how true it is that they actually might release Mike Williams. I don't know, just because of some cap issues. So
Jim Harbaugh over there now, man. He believing. You see what he did in Michigan. He was all about that old line, man. You feel me?
Nah,
so you never know, man.
Get that thing on and pop.
They got
Rashawn
Slater.
Running the ball like a motherfucker. Some of the Chargers ain't done in a while.
Mm-hmm. But I say draft Blake Corum though, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like they're gonna get Blake Corum. I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching his film. Hey, Blake Corum is hard, bro. If y'all ever watch his film, like, he's a damn good running back. Hey, that boy, his elusiveness is ridiculous, man. You know,
right. Man, we done 50 minutes. God dang it, it feel like 20, man. That's how I can tell, man. I love doing this shit with y'all every single week, man. I mean,
we got 44 eyes on us, man.
Yeah, man, 44 eyes on us, man. Shout out to everybody watching tonight, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, man. But we're going to go ahead and keep this thing rocking and rolling. We actually going to build on what we already talking about, man. And I'm gonna start it off with Hunter, man. How important is it for an offensive lineman to have that nastiness to them?
I mean, it's important. Obviously, you think about nastiness and aggressiveness. I mean, you think about that. I feel like that attributes more to obviously the run blocking game. I mean, of course, you want to be aggressive and everything in the pass game and blocking, but it's important. But man, you got to have that technique. You got to have that fundamental. I think a perfect example. What's on our roster right now, man, is Brewer. I mean, yeah, he's physical. He's aggressive. I feel like he's a pretty nasty guy on the offensive line, but he just don't have the talent. He don't have the for one, the size, the talent, the technique. And I think you just see what happens with him. I mean, yes, it's important to have it to an extent, but you got to have a guy with fundamentals, a guy with the talent, a guy with the size and the ability. I mean, it's just it is what it is in the league. It's one of those things. It's you can have all the effort you want, but when you get up to the NFL, man, it's the best of the best. I mean, you also have to have just that talent. I mean, it ain't all about how hard you just work. You got to have that it factor too. I mean, to make it with them boys. And like I said, it just it's important to have it, but I think you got to have the talent, man. You got to have the technique and the ability to learn and be able to just get that technique down on pass blocking, in my opinion, and I mean run blocking too. But you got to be able to pass block. You got to be able to have that technique.
Man, Hunter, I gotta ask you this, man, and I'm gonna kind of put you on the spot with this one, man. So, okay, so with Aaron Brewer, do you think Aaron Brewer could out-eat, and I'll give you Treylon Burks? You think Aaron Brewer could out-eat Treylon Burks at a buffet of Golden Corral?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna say no.
I try to give you somebody, and not throwing no shade at Treylon, man, but I tried to give you somebody that's around the same size as Aaron Brewer, because
I'm like, he ain't that much bigger than Treylon, So
I should have said Josh Whalley, because Josh Whalley, they tight end, they kind of do the same things or whatever. Hell, you might can run Brewer out there tight end if you teach the motherfucker how to catch. But 5-star, man. Go ahead and talk to him, man. You think offensive linemen need that nastiness in them?
For me, so I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit here, Hunter. For me, I think you got to have it because like technique is good. We need that, but I can teach technique. If you got a good coach, I can teach you and teach you that technique and get you better on your form and everything like that. But if you're not a dog, if you're not nasty, I can't necessarily teach that in you. And the most nastiest, dirtiest place there is on the football field is in them trenches. So you kind of need them dogs that's going to be able to be okay to have their hands all in the way, getting them fingers smashed, bloody up in the game, and don't need to come out to take a little breather from time to time. I need you to have that ability, to have that mentality that the guy across from me is not about to beat me every damn snap. I'm going to outwork him every damn snap for the rest of this game and have faith that my coaches can teach me the technique that I can do that. So, but I'm with you. You got to have some potential in technique though, too. You can't just have no zero. But for me, if a guy is slacking in some technique, if you believe as a coach, you can coach that up, it's better for me than somebody lacking in nastiness because I can't necessarily teach you how to be nasty.
Right. RJ, go ahead and talk to him.
Man, it's crazy because I somewhat agree with both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of split in the middle, man, because I just feel like, you know, you need the talent. You know what I'm saying? You need the technique at offensive line, but at the same time, you need nastiness. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think you can teach nastiness. I mean, you could bring it out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you never know. Joe Alt may not have the offense, may not have the coach to bring it out of him. You get what I'm saying? You get Bill Callahan. He said, I can teach you nasty. What?
Wrong chat.
Yo.
Miss Linda, if you're nasty.
Yo.
I am back on track, fellas.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I maybe you can bring it out of somebody, you know, because I just look at it like this. Because he said Dylan likes nasty. I think he was nasty. He just sucked.
Man, it wasn't nothing nasty about the dude. If he sit up and got his ass whooped and let a motherfucker tell him about how he whooped his ass, ain't nothing nasty about him. He's squeaky clean.
I mean, I guarantee if there's something that Bill Callahan can't fix, he in that film room watching it right now, telling them, "Don't draft that dude. Don't draft Joe Alt. You know, don't draft Olu." He's in there saying that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "We can get one of these guys in the second round that they got that nastiness that y'all like, man. Can we use another word? What's there another? We got that dog in them. You get what I'm saying? They got that dog in them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like." You know, if them two, I do feel like that Joe Alt and Olu got dog and get the dog in them, man. And I feel like Bill Callahan can get the best out of them. But at the same time, though, like if Bill Callahan feels like he can't get this guy to the next level, I mean, to the level that he wants him to, we shouldn't be drafting him. You know what I'm saying, from the first place. So,
man, look, man. I think there needs to be a balance with the shit or whatever, because you don't need a motherfucker out there that's just god dang it full blown just god dang it 24-7 on the football field or whatever. But at times you got guys out there that's gonna be on some straight up foolishness or whatever that's going to try to get you out of your game. And I could see a lot of that going on with Joe Alt as a rookie coming in, because they know these defensive ends, they know that Alt isn't, this, nasty type player, this player who's going to, get up in your shit and just mug the fuck out of you or whatever. No, so I think they're going to try to, throw some shit at them to, what I'm saying, get them out of character or whatnot. That's when that nastiness needs to come out. That confined nastiness, while the football is in play. We don't need you being nasty, god dang it, when the whistle has been blown. Nah, you're gonna get your ass penalized for that shit. But you know what I'm saying? While the game is going or whatever, I mean, there needs to be times where a motherfucker gotta turn up.
Bro, do you remember when Mike Mayock was on NFL Network and he was doing the draft analyst like DJ does now, right? And he used a term once to describe, I think it was either Quentin Nelson or Will Hernandez, and he was like, I do not want to get in a fight in a phone booth with that guy. That's the type of offensive lineman I want. All that generational talent, all that stuff is that, but I want that guy across the on the other side of him on defense, looking at him like, man, I really don't want to run into this guy in a dark alley. I really don't want to have to fight this dude in a phone booth. That's that nastiness I'm looking for out of somebody that actually, like, because Taylor Lewan had that shit. You know, he'd get up in people's faces, talk that shit. Even if he did get knocked out a couple times and, you know, he's just sitting there. But the nastiness of getting in people's face, you're not going to treat my quarterback like that. You're not going to talk to this. I'm going to be a menace on this field for every damn snap. And you got to deal with me. I don't have to deal with you. And that's what I want us to have.
Speaking of Taylor Lewan,
I don't want too much. I don't want Taylor Lewan nastiness, man. It's sometimes he do too much. I'll be like, bro, we didn't need this 15-yard penalty that you just gave us. Like, we didn't need it. Don't hit him with your helmet.
From games and all kinds of shit,
Josh
man.
Norman, though. Hey,
that was legendary, man. I love that shit, man. Honestly, like I said, it needs to be a balance. I mean, you need to be the guy that's, you know, nasty while the ball is in play, but as soon as that whistle is blown and the play is over, you know what I'm saying, you need to be a fucking choir boy. You need to act as if, you know, you are a model NFL citizen or player or whatnot. Walk back to your huddle. Okay, guys, what's the next play? But we're gonna get to Taylor Lewan, man, because I'm glad y'all brought him up or whatnot, man, because I mean, man, if the Titans get a hold of, you know, this type of nastiness again, along with a coach like Bill Callahan, oh boy.
Hey, and
I heard there's some drama with the little Watt brothers. You know what's going on with that?
Yeah. Which one do you want to start with?
Oldest
first.
Yeah, oldest. Yeah,
hang on a second.
Get in there.
So
what's going on?
Obviously I played JJ for 7 years, 8 years. I don't know, whenever he went to Arizona. And, you know, I was always very disrespectful. I was a shit talker. I was very rude. And so with JJ, it wasn't like anything like totally egregious or anything like that. It got much worse with the younger brother. But with JJ, I would always be very mouthy, and I would always like talk to him and say he's a white guy and you're not that special, and you know, stop taking steroids and all these like different things with him.
Mental warfare.
Obviously, you play somebody twice a year over and over, and it's the same thing. I'm sure there's a reason why JJ Watt got turned off by me and my personality. Yeah. And so that's kind of just one thing. We're playing and he's, you know, still trying hard. He's still doing his thing, and we're losing real bad. It's like the last 4 minutes of the game, we're just throwing it over and over again. And I'm pissed off because we're losing. And the last thing I want to do is be in pass protection for when you know the game's fucking over the rest of the day. They're just teeing off on you. Like, goddamn. And he said something. I can't remember, but I'm walking and he's like, scoreboard, which is that's a Watt thing, by the way. They always hit you with the scoreboard.
They hit with the scoreboard.
Hit me with the scoreboard. And as I'm like turning around, he's hitting the scoreboard, blah, blah, what you gonna do now? And I'm thinking, brother, you haven't even had a pressure today. But I'm like walking, he's like, scoreboard, I go, and I turn around and I spit and I hit him right between the eyes.
Oh, no.
And it
was
it was 100% intentional.
Oh, no.
It was meant to make him upset. It was bad intentions with my
ultimate disrespect.
The ultimate, dude, it was and it was bad.
I've done it before too, I'm not gonna lie.
He goes, you're disrespectful, like you shouldn't be in the game, like you are a piece of shit, being like really going in on me. And that was making me feel better. I was like, good. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I spit in another man's face. And like after
that clip is long. So yeah, bro. Now Lewan went above and beyond. But he kind of had that Cortland Finnegan fight in him. He kind of had that.
He had it in him most definitely.
It don't even put past me with Lewan, bro. Lewan disrespectful, bro. I mean,
Man, one of my favorite moments is after we beat Washington with Josh Norman.
Yeah.
He's on the
Yeah.
sideline doing the arrow at him.
Yeah,
I love that. It's petty, man. He's just petty.
he a troll, man.
Yeah.
And hey, I had two moments for Taylor. One, I think it was that when Henry had that record day against the Jaguars, and he was playing the little clarinet like that, bro. He was playing the little. That shit was that, and then like the one where we was playing Baltimore in the playoffs, bro, and we scored that one touchdown. And he walked to the camera. He said, "We're gonna be right back here the next drive." In the next drive, we ran right back in there, and he's like, "I told you, I told you." That shit was so funny, bro.
Oh, him and Richard Sherman getting into it or whatever. I think Richard Sherman had knocked Mariota out of bounds, and then Taylor Lewan got up in his shit, caused a real big fight, and then at the end of the game, the motherfuckers was sitting up there shaking hands with each other, giving each other hugs, exchanging phone numbers, and all that old foolishness.
Yeah, no, and I did cut it off, like Corey says here, and he said if Watt wasn't waiting for Taylor in the tunnels, that's what he said. He continued to go on. It was like Bud Dupree and JJ was like, hey man, or TJ was like, hey man, we're gonna see you in the tunnel after the game. When everybody's dapping up after the game, it's like, hey, we're gonna see you in the tunnel after the game. We're gonna come to your bus. And Lewan was like, that's what I did. So I was like, I got to be a tough man now. I already put out this persona. I got to follow it through, right? So I walked to the bus. I got all my stuff changed, put my stuff on the bus. He said I sat outside that bus and waited for him. And he said they both walked right past me and didn't say a fucking word and kept on going. He was like, I just dodged the biggest ass whooping of my life.
I was about to say, he was saying like, he's like, man, I'm about to get it. He's like, I'm about to get it, man. He was like, but I gotta keep this persona. He's like, I knew the whole time I was about to get my teeth beat in, man.
So, I already did it. Now I gotta follow through. I can't look like a bitch now. I gotta stand out.
Exactly.
He's right, you know. But no, bro, that was a great little moment talking about, because like we've seen so many moments from Taylor, and I don't think that's one we've seen. And plus the behind the scenes, like that some of this stuff is further than the football field, even though these players sometimes like, oh, we just leave it on the field. Bullshit. Y'all go to each other's locker rooms. Y'all knock on fucking doors. Y'all come knock on them damn buses and be like, hey, nah, come on, homie. We men at the end of the day. So it was kind of cool to hear a story like that.
Man, hype, man. I ain't gonna lie. Josh Norman, his trips to Nashville. I mean, shit. He might be one of the few people who say fuck Nashville.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
That man that got treated on a whole nother level coming to Nashville, man.
Hey.
I mean, he'll always and forever be a part of our history here in Nashville.
Man, I remember when Henry had that, infamous stiff arm on him. And it was funny. Lewan was mic'd up, and he was like, "Man, you threw him in the suites with my wife and kids." Like, I was like, it just cracked me up, man.
Hey, do y'all remember that? What was that one? I think it was that one center that got into it with our crowd for the Bengals. Wasn't name Alex Kappa or something? What's his name?
Oh
Yeah. He was like, "Fuck Nashville."
How you like that?
Yeah, up yours. And then got dang it, hell, when we got our get back, man, this motherfucker wouldn't say shit.
He wouldn't say nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We was lit, boy, at that game, man, for the Bengals.
Yeah, man, that was a dope ass day, man. I'm telling you, man. That was back when we had playoff hopes.
That was a long time ago.
that was back when we thought the season could be salvaged.
Oh, bro, I was in Nashville for that. I don't feel like it was that long ago, but it was.
Man, look, man. Week 1, goddamn it, we wouldn't make it to playoffs. Goddamn, week 2, shit, it seemed like, hey, maybe we ain't just that bad, man. You know how the Titans are week 1. We'll bounce back. And then, goddamn it, hell, week 3, goddamn you already know, goddamn it, right back. And then we beat the Bengals, and we were like, hey, we could be on our way.
Hey, bro, that was back when our coach wasn't on a hot seat, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody was talking about Vrabel at that time. Not yet.
No, we finally beat the Bengals. Vrabel, coach of the year. A few weeks later, fuck this guy. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Man.
Trade everybody. Put 11 cents. It's over with.
Man, our fan base is something serious, man. But I love them all to death, man. Because I mean, they keep this thing entertaining, man. I mean, between social media and actually being out there at them games, man, it's never a dull moment
It's not,
amongst
man.
this Titans community, man. But dude, do we got anything else lined up tonight? I don't think we do. Hold up. Yes, we do. I got to get to this because we doing all this talking about Joe Alt, but like Ronnie said earlier, man, Ronnie be reading our minds too, man. Shout out to our day one Ronnie Sneed. He be reading our minds like a motherfucker. But man, look, man, Joe Alt ain't the only left tackle that's projected to go in the top 10. There's this dude named Olu Fasanu, and he's a pretty good, left tackle, man. You know how Penn State left tackles, they do their thing, man. You draft one, you ain't got to worry about drafting another one for a long time. But Fasanu, he's a little bit of a raw prospect. I think he's a better run blocker than he is a pass blocker. He's definitely not, as technically sound as I'm finna say Peter Skoronsky, but Joe Alt. But at the same time, too, man, I feel like Fasanu has a higher ceiling than Joe Alt because of the simple fact that all that nasty stuff that Greg Cosell said that Joe Alt didn't have, Fasanu has that shit. And if Fasanu puts it together, man, look, man, him and Joe Alt gonna be sitting in Canton right there with each other. Hell, may even go into Canton at the same damn time. But we're gonna go ahead and toss it over to you, Firestone. I got a question for you. So if things get weird in the draft and Alt and Fasanu are sitting on the board at 7, who you going with?
For me right now in this moment, right? Okay, so we're judging those two down for me. I gotta go Fusanu for me. He looks more. It's for him. For me, he has more of a ceiling than Joe Alt does. Even though everybody says generational talent, this and that. But for me, Fasanu is something that's more well rounded. Where Joe Alt is really technical in his speed, but I'm more worried about Joe Alt getting overworked physically and by power. These dudes in the NFL are a lot stronger and they are quicker. And even though you're fast, you get overpowered a lot. And I need a guy that can sit back, put his feet in the ground, anchor, bend, but not break, and hold that pocket strong. And I'm not sure that Joe Alt's going to be able to do that. And with Fashanu, which I'll probably butcher his name, even if we draft him, I'll probably
No, you cool.
right.
Fasanu, Olu, just say Olu. Don't look at me.
I'll fuck that up even though even more. That it is. I misspeak all the time.
Say Google.
Damn.
But for me, I think for him, like he can run block. I like his pocket presence better in passing. For me, that's just they're both good, and it's nitpicking for me to try to pick between the two. But if I got a nitpick between the two and they're both there and I'm the GM and they're both on the clock, even though everybody loves Joe Alt as so much, I still think Fasanu is the guy I would go with.
Nah, I feel that. RJ, talk to him.
Well, hold on, I was gone, man.
Yeah.
My
You're right,
computer was
man.
tripping, bro.
Yeah, man, it be like that sometime, man. You on that AT&T internet, ain't you?
Yeah, man. I had AT&T, dog. I was at
I
work.
am too. Hey, I am too. Can't even lie.
Yeah.
I am too. I had no
Man,
service
look,
all day.
man. AT&T. I mean, I'm on their towers. I'm a cricket guy. Shit, I ain't giving AT&T all my damn money, man.
I'm
I
cricket
just
too.
need, I just need that $50 a month. God dang it, and we'll rock out. But the question I put out there, RJ, was if things get crazy in the draft and Olu and Joe are on the board at 7, who you going with?
I'm gonna go with Alt, man. I just stuck with my instinct, man. I've been saying Alt from the jump, man. I'm gonna die on Alt, man. So Alt, give me Alt, bro. I've been saying Alt even when people were saying Olu was the best tackle in the draft and he was going top 4. I said Alt, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stick with Alt, man.
Yeah, man. This cricket gang over here. I feel you, man. Cricket is the way to go, man. Y'all better stop signing these bullshit ass contracts and god dang it. Hell, go ahead and get them on your 50 a month and rock the fuck out, man.
And T-Mobile towers anyway. So what does it matter? Cricket's, man, you get cricket for no prepaid. You still got T-Mobile towers and shit. You're all good.
Yeah, man. But Hunter, go ahead and talk to him, man. If it gets crazy, you know it's gonna get crazy.
No.
Draft. Now we just don't know how crazy it's gonna get, but if it gets crazy and Alt and Fasanu are on the board at 7, who you rolling with?
Stick to my gut too. Stick with Alt, and my reason is, again, I just think I really don't disagree with the fact on Fasanu. When you look at him prospects wise, like his ceiling might be higher. He does have a lot of athleticism. He is a physical guy. But I just think for where we're at right now, I think Alt is a better day one starter when you bring him in. I think he is more prepared at this exact moment. And with the void that we have there right now, I just think that would benefit us, and I still think, again, Bill Callahan, he's going to get his hands on him. And, he's going to be an all-pro. He's going to be a guy who's going to be your left tackle for years to come. So I don't think you're sacrificing really anything there still. And I think he's a better day one starter. Stay with Alt.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with that right there, man. If you want, a day one plug and play player, Alt is your guy. If you looking to build something for the future, you would most definitely roll with Fasanu. For me, I'm gonna have, and it's hard for me because I ain't gonna lie. I like Fasanu too. I mean, Fasanu, he definitely gonna be that dude, but man, the Titans, god dang it, they've been in such fucking bad shape on the offensive line. They need the most surefire thing. And the most surefire thing is Joe Alt. If it gets crazy and both them motherfuckers sitting on the board, you gotta go with Alt, man. And Callahan, like y'all say, he'll get his hands on them and he'll, coach whatever up that he needs coaching up in him. And Will Levis will get solid to good protection day one. But man, y'all got say what now?
That's what we hoping for. Joe Alt or Fashanu. So, but I don't know, because it's the goal to get the best day one guy, or is the goal to get the best guy that's going to be the best guy in the future and for the long haul? Because Joe Alt might be the best day one starter, and you're right about that. He's going to be a guy to come in and he'll be ready right then. But once we're looking at upside, I think once it comes down to years come down the line, and when we're looking at somebody that we're trying to keep around for 10 or 12 years, I think Fashanu will be the guy that is better. But I could be wrong. But that's where I guess the draft room is going to be crazy. In the Titans room, it's like, okay, who is Joe Alt actually just a guy that's better now, or is he a guy that's actually better long term, or we're just getting caught with all the glitz of the glamour, and it might not be gold, it might just be glitz of he's good now, but he ain't gonna have longevity in the actual league.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, man, shoot, man, like I said, the Titans have been in such bad shape for so fucking long, man.
Yeah.
I really don't want to wait around on, too many things, especially with the offensive line, because guess what? You don't have that long with Will Levis. Remember, Will Levis was drafted in the second round. He doesn't get that fifth year option. So whatever you got to do to see if this guy is really the one or not, I mean, you got to do this shit now. It's just like I said back when we were having the whole, Mike Vrabel discussion about, would you fire Mike Vrabel and all this old foolishness or whatever. My thing back then was, if they gonna fire Mike Vrabel, they should do it after this season right here, because everything is sped up with Will Levis. You don't have that fifth year option. So you got to have that same approach towards everything surrounding Will Levis, even with the wide receivers. If you gonna do some shit, you got to fucking do it now.
Yeah, we got to win a Super. If we're gonna try to get to the Super Bowl, man, we got to win a Super Bowl in his rookie contract, and you got to go Joe Alt, man. You can't waste no time with no player. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he could develop into something great. Like, no, I don't want this hype. I want a player that can come in day one and help Will Levis to get to where he needs to get to, so we can compete in this playoff, get to the playoffs, man. So
I believe Callahan. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, and the thing is like a big factor again is Bill Callahan. I mean, it's just the fact that Joe Alt the day one starter, but even potentially, like he's gonna be taught by the best offensive line coach there is. I mean, he's gonna know every trick, every technique, everything in the book that he's supposed to know. He's a surefire day one starter, and he's going to get to learn from the best offensive line coach in football right now. So, it's just, I think it's upside potential both ways, really. So
yeah, because I'm definitely not saying like we don't go get O-line in the draft, but when we was thinking, okay, Vrabel is the coach, yeah, Joe Alt, we gotta go offensive line number 7 because we don't have an offensive line coach. We're trying to figure this out. We don't really develop it. Well, okay, now we got the best offensive line coach in the league, possible future Hall of Fame O-line coach, right? So do we have to go get O-line at 7? Because we don't got a future Hall of Fame wide receiver coach or tight ends coach or DBs coach. So we might want to give those coaches some better talent than this O-line guy that was still making Cleveland's offensive line a damn good offensive line, playing 2s and 3s in that bitch. So, like, I'm with you, that is, but do we absolutely necessarily have to go with it at 7? Or can we get somebody that's more generational at a more skill position and then go second, try to go get that offensive tackle that Bill knows that I can still develop that person into whoever? Because, bro, he did amazing work with that Cleveland O-line last year.
I just, in my opinion, looking at all the receivers that I've been looking at, man, all the players that I've been looking at in this draft, man, there's talent all over the rounds, man. Like, and I want to just go ahead and strip our offensive line because I can't watch us block. Like I did, like that shit was hard.
It's a different coaching staff now, though.
I agree, though. I do agree. It is a different coaching staff, but at the same time, I want this blocking shit to be settled, bro. I can't tell who's good on a wide receiver core because we keep getting sacked. Like I can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? That shit was frustrating the hell out of me. I can't tell if Will Levis is a good quarterback because he's getting sacked every other play. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need Joe Alt. Just go ahead and solidify this left side, man. Was he the left side? Makes shit easy for Bill Callahan. I don't want him to have work his butt off to try to make a good old line. Like, no, I want him to have the talent to make this shit easy. You get what I'm saying? And I'm looking at second round. You got Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman. You got Xavier Worthy, Xavier Legette. You got A.D. Mitchell. Like, look at the names on there. These are all second round receivers. Like, we're gonna be fine at receiver, y'all. Like, right now, these guys can all develop to be number 1 wide receivers, man. Like, let's calm down, receiver, man. I know everybody looking at Malik Neighbors highlights and he running the whole team. Like, I get it. I've looked at all of it, man. But man, dog, we gotta fix this line, bro. Football is a game in the trenches, man. Everything starts up front. You need line, bro. You know what I'm saying? You look at all them teams in the playoffs, it's line. Like,
but how many of those lines are generational talent, or are they just lines that work cohesively like they're supposed to? Like that's the thing for me. Like, I get we're getting constantly on the generational talent and this and that, but how many Dallas got generational talent on their offensive line? How many Super Bowls have they won?
Yeah. You know, man, we know why they ain't winning. Right.
But I'll say this though, Firestone. I'll say this: they may have those type of players that you're saying on the left guard, center, right tackle. At left tackle, I'm bet you every single one of those teams in the playoffs have a legitimate left tackle. You look at the Houston Texans; they got Laramie Thompson. Hell, the Kansas City Chiefs got a good left tackle. I don't know the top of my head right now. I know the Cowboys got Tyron Smith.
Yeah,
the 49ers got Trent Williams. You know what I'm saying?
But are those good? Like you said, I'm with you on the good linemen, right? But are those guys generational talents, or are they just guys that do what they're supposed to do? So that's my thing. If we're at 7, bro, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is there on the board, Malik Neighbors is on the board, Joe Alt is on the board, and Fashanu is on the board, what are you really going to do? And I'm saying
You said
that's
if
hard.
Marv on the board, you
Hey,
take
if
Marv.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
Jr. on the
I was
board,
about
to
you
say
know
Marv.
damn well we taking Marvin Harrison
Yeah.
Jr.
We're taking
the
Marv,
biggest
bro.
difference from
You
Marv.
you can't pass on Marv. But
No,
see,
you
everybody
can't.
saying like, oh, well, it's the Jamar Chase and Rashawn Slater. Like, no, it's different because Jamar Chase, we already knew what Jamar Chase was. He was the Marvin Harrison Jr. of that draft. You get what I'm saying? We're not gonna get a chance at Marvin Harrison Jr.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
we're
think-
getting wide receiver number 2, number 3. You get what I'm saying? Number
But I
4.
think
Like
the difference between that, like the Jamar Chase draft and this draft, is offensive tackle wasn't as deep in Jamar Chase's draft as it is in this one, bro. There's still good offensive tackles at 2nd and 3rd. Now, if we had any other coach, I probably wouldn't be pitching this, but we got Bill Callahan now. So I believe we can get a 2nd round offensive tackle, which some of these dudes are damn good in the 2nd round at offensive tackle. Like you said, with wide receiver, there are some good ones, but that's why I'm like that 1st round. Let's go ahead and make that generational move at wide receiver at a skill position and go get that guy, move up 7-4, or maybe I seriously doubt any of those wide receivers are going to be there at 7. So move up to 4, get whoever it is that you actually want. Moving up from 7 to 4 shouldn't be too much of a long call and a bunch of draft pick slays for us. It's 3 jumps. 7's not too far back to move back. But I just think we go get somebody skills position round 1. Round 2, we can go get offensive tackle, and Bill Callahan will still be able to make our offensive line as good as it could be, even if we got Joe Alt. Because if we go, I just think you can still get good offensive linemen in the later rounds. Yeah, we get good offensive linemen in the 1st round, but then those usually hurt teams in the long haul. Like Colts got Quentin Nelson in the 1st round. How well has that been doing for them? Like the Dallas Cowboys has one of the best offensive linemen in a while. How's that doing for them? So it's good to have trenches, but your trenches don't necessarily got to be the generational talent and the skilled players. Your other people do, because you see Dallas, Dak's fucking shit up for him, and you got one of the best offensive lines in the league. So that shit don't even matter. So,
yeah. But I mean, we all know that Dak, they're never gonna win shit with Dak. That's their problem. It ain't the line that's the problem. The problem is the damn quarterback. That's what the problem
It's
is.
much deeper than that. It's they damn head coach and the owner /
It's a
general
lot of
manager
shit.
/ janitor.
And I just look at it like this, man. The left tackle is the 2nd most important position on the field. The number 1 is a quarterback. Number 2 is the person that's protecting the quarterback in his blind side. Like Will Levis can't do nothing. We seen how trash Andre Dillard was, bro. Andre Dillard was fucking garbage, bro. And you can see from that, like it affect the quarterback real quick. You seen Myles Garrett look like Lawrence Taylor against us. You get what I'm saying? Like Lawrence fucking Taylor. Like you got. I mean, bro, like, and I look at it like this. I'm cool with what you're saying about linemen in the other 4 positions, but left tackle, you cannot bullshit on left tackle, bro. Yeah, like, that is the 2nd most important position in the field. It is more important than wide receiver.
I don't think so.
It is.
You just need a competent guy at left tackle. Now I'm with you.
You said RJ, who is the Bengals left tackle? Where did Joe Burrow? When did Joe Burrow finish the season? How many years did he finish the season?
Man,
bro?
look, we know how the Bengals were doing what they were doing. They were doing what they were doing because all them goddamn wide receivers were running all over the place with Joe Burrow, man. Every motherfucker was getting his ass blasted. And god dang it, I bet you wouldn't find a single Bengals fan that would sit up and tell you that that's what they want to do throughout Joe Burrow's career.
Now, okay, now I'll do this one to you too. Who's the left tackle for the Browns? Bro, there's good lines.
They had Joe Thomas for a long time, so I don't know. I don't know who it is.
You got me with that one. I couldn't think about the Browns left tackle off the top of my head.
So there's plenty of teams that have good offensive tackles that you don't even know the names of. But there ain't teams out here in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs that got wide receivers you don't know of. That's the thing for me. And we got Bill Callahan now that you can not have to have the top of the guy. You got a guy that can get the best out of it.
I had to Google it, but it's Jedrick Willis. Yeah.
With
the Brown, I don't know who that is either, but
I don't know. My thing is, it's like 100%. If there was an option to get Marvin Harrison Jr., and I'm not saying that we should, trade up to 4 or whatever, but if in a scenario they did that,
Trey had just want Malik Neighbors. That's all he wants.
Yeah, I can hear him now. Get Malik Neighbors, bro.
I'm telling you though, if it ain't Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm going with tackle.
And
He down there laughing.
hey, can't he
He didn't
know?
want Malik Neighbors. That's exactly what he wants.
Here right now,
Trust me, I love Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors is gonna be a superstar, bro. And I'll be happy at the Titans draft. I won't be mad. But I'm saying, bro, like that left tackle, bro. If as soon as we get Malik Neighbors, y'all gonna see what the hell I'm talking about. Like we're not gonna be able to block.
Levan gonna be throwing touchdown like a
It's just
motherfucker.
because
He gonna be getting his ass
gonna
blasted.
kill us.
But see, that's what everybody keeps saying, though. They act like if we don't get Joe Alt, we're not going to fix the left tackle position. Like, it's just Joe Alt that can fix it. And it's not just Joe Alt that can fix it.
I'll give you that.
We need a competent guy at left tackle. That's what everybody keeps acting Joe Alt is this. And he's not like the superhero. Yes, we need a left tackle, but it ain't got to be Joe Alt.
He
just
might
has to
be
be
a
a guy
superhero for us.
that can actually block.
It's that bad, man. He might be the goddamn superhero. That motherfucker might be the Suicide Squad.
Hey.
Goddamn,
Bro,
the Marvel
He the answer to
Squad.
all our problems.
Yeah.
Joe Alt.
Bro, after Dennis Daly and then after Andre Dillard, bro, we don't need a superhero. Man, Robin can show the fuck up and the sidekick can do the damn job at this
Man.
point. Shit.
All right, man. But when we go against the Joker, you know what I'm saying? When we go against, Robin not beating the Joker, bro. I'm just letting you know that now.
Oh.
Yes, I mean, all right,
Robin ain't beating the Joker, bro.
Will Anderson out for Houston is a good DN. What's another good DN outside of our
Josh Allen.
In our division, Josh
But is
Allen.
Josh Allen
Allen,
truly
he
a
got, like-
game record?
You got
Like,
Quiddy Pay too.
but
Yeah,
right,
so
but,
Record against Dillard.
but I'm with you. I'm with you. What I'm saying,
Why somebody from the division draft Dallas Turner?
I'm
That's
saying,
another one.
are those talents worth saying, oh, we got to have somebody that's above a bit? We're not facing Myles Garrett twice a year. We're not facing TJ Watt twice a year. We're not facing those guys. Okay, now DB wise and safety wise, what are we facing over there on the defensive side when it comes to these other teams? They've been able to lock down a lot of shit for us. Like, I get our left tackle is, but we just need a left tackle that can do the job. It doesn't necessarily got to be Joe Alt, but he has to block. He's going to have to do what his job is. He's going to have development and potential. But I just everybody keeps acting like it has to be Joe Alt or we're going to be screwed and we're going to have Will Levis hurt next year and all this, that. And it's like, I don't think it's Joe Alt or bust.
For
I'm
me,
just
man, I
prepared for
just
somebody
think
else to get
Marvin
one.
Harrison ain't gonna be there. And I'm not even gonna create this situation in my head to where we're actually gonna trade up and get him. And it sounds good. And if they do that, I mean, I'm most definitely not going to be mad at all. But I'm just staying in, the lane that we're in right now. And I'm thinking about, what we absolutely need to do to get the best value out of this 7th overall pick, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't want down another top 10 draft pick after this year. Listen, y'all know damn well how I feel about this shit. I ain't up for that losing shit. I ain't up for that tanking shit. And motherfuckers need to be trying to compete every motherfucking year. So once we get this 7th round pick or whatnot, that motherfucker needs to be part of the reason that we are perennial playoff / Super Bowl contenders starting this upcoming season. But I'm gonna throw this out there to y'all. Say Alt is on the board at 7 with Malik Neighbors. You still 5-star? Are you still taking a wide receiver over Joe Alt?
Wide receiver number 2 at that. And I ain't just one.
It's for me, if I'm going above offensive tackle at 7, the only person or the only people that I'm taking above offensive tackle at 7 is going to be Marvin Harrison or Malik Neighbors. If those two aren't there, then yeah, let's go ahead and go get those guys. But if Marvin Harrison or Malik Neighbors is there at 7 and then Joe Alt's there and Fashanu's there, it's a real thought process to be like, hey, let's go ahead and go get this wide receiver. Let's go ahead and get, because my thought is we need players, right? We need to have and change this culture. But what we need mainly out of this draft for Rand is we need some game changers. And whatever position they come from, the guys you go get in this draft, we're going to need them to be game changers because we are rebuilding, and this is going to kind of be your foundation draft. So you're going to need guys that even if they're not game changers and game wreckers right now, they can be game changers and game wreckers within the future and for us. That's got to be the full focus of this draft. Last year we went all offense in last year's draft. Let's go get some pieces this year in this draft, but let's also help build this defense this year in this draft as well. Let's go get game changers and game wreckers for us for either now or people we know that can be that in the future.
Hey Trey, I'm talking about he's wide receiver 2 on the draft board.
Yeah.
He's wide receiver 2 on the draft board, not wide receiver 1. Wide receiver 1 is Marv.
Yeah, right. Just 2 in the rankings.
Now, I just say this, man. I done seen too many games this season where we couldn't block, bro. And it didn't matter who the hell we had out there to throw the ball to, bro. And then Will Levis get hurt. And now we don't have Ryan Tannehill no more. Just come in there and just game manage and we get a W. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that no more, you know? So I just want to make sure that Will Levis is protected. If Will Levis has time to throw, he's going to make these passes, man. Like, we seen it, man. You know what I'm saying? Will Levis has time, man. He's a good quarterback, you know. In my eyes, he is. You know, I don't know how everybody else feels, but
go ahead.
But I do agree though. Joe Alt isn't the only answer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be cool with Olu. Olu can pass, but he's a better pass blocker to me than Joe Alt is. But Joe Alt to me is the whole package, man. It's more the football than just passing. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you gotta be able to run the football too. And I think Joe Alt he's killing Olu in the run game. You know, so.
And I think what you're trying. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say so, and like what you said, RJ, is like you know, Neighbors is number 2 out of the receivers, and I feel like when you're picking inside the top 7 like we are, you got to come out with a blue chip player. You got to come out with, and I think Alt right now is the best at his position. Now we're not talking potential, we're not talking in a few years, but we're talking right now as we speak. When you draft him, he is the best at his position, and I just think when you pick inside the top 7. You got to get that blue chip player. That guy who makes a difference right now. And that's why I'm like, hey, if Marvin Harrison Jr. is somehow there, which is not, you 100%, you get him before Joe Alt. But if he's gone, which he will be, I'm going Joe Alt. That's just
I'm scared Marvin Harrison is going to be going at 3 to the Patriots too. Like it's really scary for him. But also like left tackles and free agents. Tyron Smith from Dallas is going to be free agent this year. Dwayne Brown from New York Jets will be a free agent at left tackle. Cornelius Lucas from Washington will be a free agent. Donovan Smith will be a free agent from left tackle for Kansas City. So, like Joe Alt's not the only option. There are some good options in free agency as well. Will we have to pay them guys? Yeah. Are they in their 30s? Yeah. But we've seen offensive linemen play until they're 37, 38. They're not wide receivers and running backs where they're done at 31 and 32. So, we do got to get a left tackle, but it doesn't necessarily got to be Joe Alt, and it doesn't necessarily got to be at number 7 for me either.
I agree with that.
Oh man, but yes, I'm excited though. The draft free agency is coming up. We're going to see what we're actually going to do. What we're going to grab in free agency. That'll kind of give us a little bit better picture of what we're going to actually go and get in the draft. I don't know, man. Dude, Marvin Harrison Jr. coming out. And then, Malik Neighbors coming out as well. It's just like, bro, it's so hard not to try to make a move and trade up. Do y'all think that if we was to try to trade up, Traylon Burks would be enough draft capital to help us move up from a 7 to a 5 or 4?
I don't even know, man. I don't think anybody want that dude, bro.
Contract though, hey, possibly.
Bro, come on, bro. What has this man done since he's been here? Like, they gonna look at that man film and say, "Bro, that dude trash."
Bro, you sell him on.
His first touchdown was a fumble recovery. I mean, let's be honest.
But you sell him on the fact that was Vrabel problem. Vrabel couldn't, he couldn't develop him, man. He's a defensive minded. You could develop him. You're offensive minded. This dude's good. Rookie contract, first round, 5th-year option on there. And if you don't get nothing from him, it's a rookie contract. You're not paying him, bro. You can sell this. Come on,
So basically, you banking on Rand selling water to a whale. That's what you're banking on.
No. They not selling water to a well, but
you selling salt to a slug. That's what you're doing. You selling garlic to a vampire, bro. That's
I'm just saying, you sell them hope in hoping that they believe, in the hope that you sell them. Okay, you put on your presidential hat. Okay, that's what you need to do.
Like realistically, looking at it from our point, like that's honestly probably the truth. I mean, Traylon Burks has got potential, but based on the situation he's been in, like it really has probably hurt him. But I don't know if you can sell that. I just don't know how you sell it to somebody else.
Yeah, I would go find somebody has a good wide receiver coach or a good offensive minded coach and play on their ego. Like, man, you're one of the best coaches out here, bro. If anybody can turn this guy around, bro, it's going to be you. I'll be selling this shit out of Traylon Burks.
Man,
all right,
maybe
call
you need to be
Chicago
making these phone calls, man. Because Traylon Burks, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm running out of patience with him, man. This is his last chance to prove, bro. If he come out here and do the same shit he been doing, bro, with Vrabel, bro, I'm sorry, bro. He gotta cut his ass, bro. I'm sorry, I can't take it no more.
Over Burks 100% right now. If it wasn't for the change that we made at head coach and everything, I'm gonna give him that opportunity to see in a different system if if he can produce something.
And they talking about he need to be in the slot. I'm saying, okay, put him in the slot. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no more excuses. We don't put you in the slot. We don't put you outside. We don't had you running go routes. We don't had you running posts.
Don't put
drags.
Don't put Burks in the slot, bro. He already can't stay on the field and stay healthy. You gonna put him in a position that gets hit the hardest at wide receiver? We coming across.
Apparently, that's what he played at Arkansas. So we're putting him in the slot. That's what I think that we're gonna do.
Apparently, he didn't get hit like he got hit in the NFL at Arkansas. This motherfucker can't complete a season.
I mean, it's true. I mean, but he knocks himself out because he's having to go for 50-50 balls every game. I mean, we're just going, run a go route. We're going to throw a jump ball to you. And, I mean,
I don't think that's his game, man. I don't think that's his game.
Control. When he's landed, he got no body control. I mean, he just,
I'll say this, all Burks jokes aside, though, when he has the ball in his hands, man, he's hard to bring down. And one thing about him, I think it would be best to put him in the slot, get him on some slants, get him on some bubble screens like this guy right here said, to put him in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Get him some easy receptions so he can run after the catch, man. If you're planning on, you know what I'm saying, if you're planning on using him like that, and I think that he could be a more fair. He's not no go burn you down the field type. I just don't think he's that.
You go look at his tape. I mean, in college, I mean, he is a good yak yards receiver. I mean, he's going to get you some yards after catch. You just got to get him the ball with some space, and he's going to make some guys miss, break some tackles, and make something happen.
But that, like you were saying earlier, like those concussion things, those are also now things that I concern now more and more, because everybody else used to be like, oh, it's soft tissue injuries. They're not really that big. Okay, well, he got hit and he got knocked out in that Green Bay game. Okay, that's not his fault. He got hit. Okay, well, now when he hits the turf, he's getting concussions now. And that's not something you can necessarily change. Once your head starts getting concussions easy and your head's been injured, that's a serious thing that can now overtake a lot of shit. So when I saw him hit the turf and gave himself a concussion that way, like all healthy and everything good for you. But that started me being, I don't know if you can play football no more, because you're going to take hits like that consistently on a game. And if hitting the head on the ground can give you a concussion, how long are you going to be able to withstand taking hits without your head now? Because once you get one concussion, it's easier to get the rest. So that's what's been really scary to me for Burks too, outside of his, just production as well. It's just too easy to get injured, and now he's getting head injuries, which is easier and easier to get as you start stacking them up.
And again, though, it's like when you look back at it, like his concussions, they've literally came from 50-50 balls, where essentially he's having to just completely expose himself to try to make a catch, and he's not even getting a brace for a hit. I mean, you look at, he caught that touchdown against Philly, I believe it was. He caught that over the seam down the middle, and I'm surprised he even hung on to it, but they knocked him out cold, which that was like a targeting. I don't think, that was pretty dirty hit, but his concussions and his injuries really are coming from, even in what was it, training camp this past year, like when he hurt his knee, like it was a deep shot down the field, like he's trying to catch it and he caught it, but then he stumbled, after catching it, trying to, gather his feet under him and hurt his knee. I'm like, the man's only getting hurt because we just run and go route, throw you, 60 yards down the field and just go up there and try to make a play and expose your body, and it's just taking hits that, he don't need to be taking.
Now, I don't know if y'all remember this guy, and I know we're trying to cut off here too, but and Traylon's not as fast as this guy at all, but his production on the field and the kind of role he's starting to become. I don't know, y'all remember Johnny Knox from Chicago Bears back in the day with Devin Hester and all that? Good wide receiver. He was fast, had all this talent, but couldn't stay on the field. He would be dropping balls a lot of time. But if you can get the ball in his hands and then he can, make plays and all that. But getting the ball in his hands is difficult because he keeps dropping it. That's what Traylon's starting to feel more and more like to me. It's like, we're hoping that you can be something because you have all this stuff, but you can't complete the first two process a lot of times, which is be available and catch the damn ball. All that other shit don't matter now.
Yeah, man, that's all I need Traylon to do is stay healthy, catch the football, bro. I mean, literally, stay healthy and catch the football because time is ticking on Traylon Burks. I mean, if he don't get it with this group of coaches, I mean, he's just not gonna get it at all.
No,
I think they should do him like Debo Sam. That was a comp that he got coming out of college.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a lot of Debo and AJ Brown. And I mean, I think everybody got a little too hype on the AJ Brown trade when I do feel like he's more Debo Samuel, you know what I'm saying, than he is AJ Brown. He got AJ Brown size, but he needs to be used more like Debo. Debo, you make him run little routes so he can catch the ball, he can break some tackles, run after the catch, man. I feel like that's Traylon Burks' game.
Yeah, you just get the ball in Traylon's hands. You don't, you know what I'm saying, ask him to go out there, even though he needs to. But Traylon Burks, he's not a guy that's going to go out there and run you the full route tree and, get big separation away from these dudes because of that. No, Traylon Burks is a guy that you dial up simple plays to get the ball in his hands and let him do work, because when he's got the opportunity to produce yards after the catch, 9 times out of 10 he's going to produce yards because he's a yak monster. That's where the AJ Brown comparison came from. It didn't come from his ability to run routes. It came from him being a yak monster.
Yeah, no, and I just I get it. Yeah, you want for his skill set, you want to use him like Debo, but you got to be a tough player to use somebody like Debo. Like the way you use Debo, you can't be fragile as Burks is. I can't run you in arounds. I can't run your screens. I can't do all this trick plays and give you ball real quick because those plays work and they're good when they work, but when they don't work, you're getting lit the fuck up and getting blown up real fucking fast. So that's why you got to be good, be tough, because when they work, but when they don't, you're getting blown up and you're going to go be able to take a hit. And he just doesn't feel like he can take hits to me.
Hell, Debo got he having his share of injuries.
Yeah.
Just be real. But yeah,
and takes over fucking games where Traylon and you still feel like he's on the injury reserve list because he ain't done shit on the fucking field. And you're like, damn, he even played that game? Fuck, I thought he was still injured.
But I'm gonna bring this up, and after that, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this thing up. We can, y'all can push back on it if you like. And god dang, I know I'm god dang barking right up your tree too, Firestone. But man, that whole thing about Julio being out on the final plays of the Bengals playoff game or whatever back in 2021, man. Man, it just got me to thinking, man. I mean, shit. Traylon, I know he done deal with some concussions or whatnot, but outside of that, man, it just got me to thinking, man. Like, was bro really wanting to come back and they were holding him out, or he was legitimately, hurt and couldn't come back? Because we kind of, some people done alluded to kind of the same thing with Adoree Jackson, that whole, season where everybody was wondering where's Adoree Jackson at or whatever. And, the coaching staff, they kept telling us that, Adoree is doing this, Adoree is doing that, man. I just wonder if some of that going on with Traylon Burks.
Bro, if it was, which is hard to tell, because bro, a lot of those times I don't know what to believe in those situations, because the players that always seem to come out and say like, oh, I wasn't really hurt, they was holding me because I was hurt, is usually players that have to say something to get back on the team, because there's more than just that of reason why they're not on the team, and they're trying to save any face that they can to get back on the team because they know how bad some of that shit looked. The thing with the Julio stuff is those that, and in Traylon comparison, is that Traylon is young and still in a rookie contract. Traylon is supposed to be replacing AJ Brown. Traylon has no production on the field. Traylon hasn't outperformed Corey Davis, let alone fucking AJ Brown. So, as me as a young player, as a rookie, and a guy that's supposed to replace this great wide receiver and all this shit talking, I don't see how you could just sit there and sit out and not play if for some type of injury or not get in there, especially after you know that so many people, so many fans, the community, everything is talking about already letting you go. If you're any type of competitor, you should have that chip on your shoulder, like, nah, I need to go out here and compete. I need to go out here and prove myself. And if you are willing to sit there and play back,
got breaking news, y'all.
No,
T.
wait,
Higgins,
Yeah, T. Higgins just got tagged.
oh, hell.
no.
Yeah, T. Higgins just got
We
tagged.
knew that was coming. Well,
we knew
I
it was
guess
gonna happen. It's still disappointing, but we knew it was gonna happen.
I guess we go and get well, I guess when we go and get who is it? Mike Evans now. We can go all
Hell
in on
no.
Mike Evans.
Come on,
No. But yeah, man, that's disrespectful as hell calling that man soft. I don't know what you done said, Firestone, while I was gone, but my thing about it is, man, with Traylon Burks, man, what I was alluding to is, maybe there was a case where Traylon actually wanted to get out there, but for whatever reason, the coaching staff wouldn't put him back up out there. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I just want this man to stay on the field and catch the football for us. I'm not asking for much out of any wide receiver. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's complex with them because, all of what's going on at the wide receiver position. But, I mean, it's easy at the same time. Like, bro, just catch the football when you target it, man.
Yeah, and bro, to that point too, and I was thinking about that as you're saying it, even though the T. Higgins shit threw my mind off. We've had these kind of issues with players for a long time, even before Vrabel being here. Mariota used to be, oh, I got a stinger, I got this, I can't play. Jake Locker, I got this, I can't play. So is it coaching staff now? Is it the medical team we have on the fucking support staff that talks to these players and misinterpreting how the players are telling how they feel? Like, I don't know now, because this has been going on for multiple coaching changes now, that players don't play and then they kind of say like, oh, I really wasn't that hurt, but the medical staff didn't want me to play. So maybe we need to change some shit up with our medical staff that we got there.
It could be a thing. I mean, shoot, like I said, I don't know, but man, I mean, just that Julio shit and the whole Adore thing, and then you even thinking back to Weaver earlier, I think this season or last season, he had the little tweet where he was a scratch or whatever. They were trying to say he was hurt and he put LOL up on there or whatever. I mean, it's been a few situations to where these guys that they say are hurt or saying the opposite.
Bro, and to that, don't forget, like, after we realized we wasn't in playoff contingents no more this year, how many fucking players went to IR? I don't remember Nick Westbrook-Akina being hurt all fucking year, but as soon as we didn't have no playoff hopes, he sure went to IR quick as shit, didn't he? So, I mean, that's the points.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm anxious to get to this season, man. I'm anxious to, see who we gonna get in free agency, see who we gonna draft. Just like RJ said, I mean, shoot, breaking news, we not gonna get T. Higgins, which I figured that was coming. I've been done, moved on from the whole T. Higgins thing or whatnot, man. But
I'm really hoping for that shit too, bro.
Yeah, man. But we gonna be straight, man. I mean, it's it's some good prospects out there, whether it be in free agency or the draft, that could come in and help the Titans, because just like our beloved fellow fans say, he's better than anybody the Titans got right now. So hey, I could go out there and run routes for the Titans, and God dang it, I'd be better than any wide receiver that the Titans got right now. So there's that. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up for the night, man. I really, appreciate everybody that joined us tonight. Everybody that's got us turned up in the comments, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And I also want to thank our special guest, Hunter Qualls, coming on to our show, man. I hope I ain't slaughter your last name, but
no, that's it, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. But Hunter, go ahead and tell the people what you got going on, what you plan on doing going forward, man. Give up the whole nine.
Man, for one, I appreciate y'all having me on, kind of getting my feet wet a little bit in this too. Like I said, first time I ain't been on a podcast. It's been cool, man. Hey, if there's another time y'all ever got a free spot, I'm more than happy to come back on. It's been cool, man. But as far as plans go, I mean, I don't have anything set in stone. I'm working on getting it going. Like I said, man, I had twins here last year, so it has just been crazy, man. It's been just trying to adjust to that lifestyle and the parent lifestyle. It's
I got twins here too, so man, welcome, man.
Yeah.
You got more than just twins.
Twins.
Man,
I'm about to get ready to get one of his kids drafted to the Titans.
Yeah, man. Hey, he got a whole offensive line. He got wide receiver core, DBs, everything over there, man.
I am closer to the NBA team than the NFL team. Hold on, wait a minute.
That NBA money real, man.
Yeah.
Y'all act like I got a lot of kids. I only got 7. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Hey,
man, Hunter,
you,
you
man.
talking
I
to the
can't do
guy,
no
man. Firestone, man, he that guy.
Yeah, man. If you need any help on kids, man, he got you, man. You know what I'm saying? He got you, man. He done did it 7 times.
Yeah, man. God, man, here we go. But
Squirrel
man, we good now. We good now. But yeah, Hunter, man, like I said, man, we appreciate you joining us tonight, man. Everything two-tone, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check Hunter out. He most definitely gonna keep y'all posted on his start date and everything. And Hunter, you already know, man. You need us to come on, man. We here for you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that, guys. It's been cool. It's been fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Firestone, go ahead and talk to us about them sponsors, man.
Yes, we appreciate all y'all tuning in this episode and participating in the chat with us. And make sure y'all go check out our sponsors, LionsDenBeerCollection.com. Use promo code Colosseum, get 25% off your order. They got some great luxurious beard products. They smell great too. So fellas, if you're single, the girls are going to love it when you go out. If you got a girl, I promise you she's going to love it that you get on and your beard's going to be top shape. So LionsDenBeerCollection.com, promo code Colosseum, get 25% off. As well as this episode is brought to you by Sunny Smiles Coffee. Don't start your day off any other way than with a cup of Sunny Smiles Coffee. Some of the freshest premium roasted coffee you will find out there, and they're offering free shipping on all U.S. orders currently. So go to SunnySmilesCoffee.com and go get your some coffee today.
Yeah, man. Make sure you go to the Titans Colosseum website, man. TitansColosseum.com, man. We got all the live shows. They're gonna be posted there. We got our articles that we write up from time to time. They're gonna be on there. We try not to, overdo it with the articles, because we know how you feel about those things, man. It just feels like everybody just writes an article about any old thing or whatnot, man. And when we cook up, man, we try to cook up with good quality, man. But go over there, check us out on the website, man, and get some of this motherfucking merch while you up over there, god dang it. Titans Coliseum versus everybody, but we fuck with everybody too, man. I mean, shoot, y'all know where the saying comes from, man. It just looks cool, god dang, wearing the shit, man. But man, y'all head on over to the website, get y'all some merch, man. Next time you get on Facebook, make sure you go and join the Titans Army community, man. They gonna keep it funky with you all the way through, man. All that old extra foolishness that you get in some groups not the Titans Elite group, not rated R. Any of the other groups we rock with, man, we ain't talking about them. But you know, there's some groups out there where you know they don't handle their foolishness. I mean, but the Titans Army community, they gonna take care of everything, man. They have great, legitimate discussions in there. Anything two-tone blue, man, they with it, man. So make sure y'all go and join that army, man. But fellas, it's been another great show, man. I hate to end it, but all good things have to come to an end. So with that being said, tighten the fuck up. Let's go.